Hey everyone, welcome back to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. We are back again for part 2 of our Amuse-bouche of Pirate Borg. And yeah, we have a full house again tonight.
Yes. Hi, everybody. I am going to be the harbor master tonight. So, get ready. It's going to be another chaotic session, I imagine.
His name is Mike, by the way.
Yeah, my name is Mike, by the way.
Good start.
if you don't know who I am, then welcome to the stream. So we are doing tonight, we're going to do the second part of the Trapped in the Tropics starter adventure, which Limithron Pirate Borg is including in their Down Among the Dead Kickstarter, which is available right now. If you want to go on and support them, they're a great group of guys. I love their products. It's very fun game. And if you haven't seen episode 1, you should probably go watch that. So just to start off tonight, I'm just going to let the players introduce themselves, and then I'm just going to go over a couple of rules clarifications from the first session. Is that cool, guys?
Yeah,
sure. Do it.
Sounds great.
So you need to kick that off, John.
Ted, go.
John, you're a player now, John. So you
want me to go over my character's new stuff?
Yeah, if you could just remind us who your character is, just give us the new hit points that you got and any new class features you got at the end of last session.
Yeah, okay, so I'm playing Deacon Ramsey. He's a zealot. His hit points went up by 4, so he has a max of 10. Right now he has 6. He got a couple of bonuses to his ability scores. I'm not really sure what he got, but I think they all went up by 1. And then he got a new spell, Curse. And he got a new relic, Charon's Obol, which is basically like a very video gamey. If he dies, he doesn't really die. He pops back up at 1 hit point.
Cool. Oh, yeah. I'm next. I'm David, and I'm playing Ren the Third, the Rapscallion Harlot, who is also known as the truth teller, the tale weaver, the seer of all trickery, and nuncer of nuns. I do not believe in the wickedness of those. I leveled somehow. I survived last session and leveled. And though I haven't rested and filled my HP back up, my max is now at 11. And I picked up an arcane ritual, thalassomancy, which essentially suffocates someone by filling their lungs with seawater, as I want to do.
All right.
Hi, everybody. I'm Matt. I'm playing Iggy End, your captain for the evening, who's a sorcerer apparently, and I doubled my hit points last time, so now if I rest, I have 2.
That's amazing. Wow.
Which is amazing. 1 whole hit point more than
my captain.
I need. And when I leveled up, I got a new spell, Spiritual Possession.
Ooh. Ignominious also knows the location and the cause of Natalie Wood's death. And we'll leave it at that.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ted, and tonight I'll be playing Scobbs Murphy, the Buccaneer, who has leveled up and as well, and he is now a crack shot, which is -2 on all DRs when using his musket. I've got some more hit points, although I need to get a nice nap before I'll get any of those. And interestingly, I have somewhere along the line acquired a relic called the Conch of the Abyss, which allows me to ask one nearby corpse one question. Although, Mike, I'm not sure, is that once a day or it's a one-shot item?
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
If you guys live more than 1 day, we'll worry about it then.
That sounds very
chances are
reasonable,
you're going to be asking my corpse stuff. So,
all right, cool. Thank you, guys. So again, I'm just going to do a quick wrap up of what we accomplished last time. You guys were hired by a inquisitor, the nun named Mother Iris, and a conquistador, either her henchman or her leader, named Beltran de Ordaz. They had hired you to help them locate a lost expedition. They told you that Mother Iris had confided in you that about 4 years ago, an artifact, a religious artifact of dubious nature called the Tongue of Thoth was located, and it had some strange effects on a priest. He started speaking in tongues. He started making prophecies. At one point, he actually put it inside his mouth, and that's when things went banana level 9. He organized an expedition, said that there was a city there was a hidden city underneath an island, which you guys, we'll go into like the location down the road, with a volcano, and it was stacked full of treasure, and it was like also filled with a demon. And so they sent that expedition out. No one ever heard from it again. They do know that the ship was coming this way. You guys landed on this ship. You had been exploring with both the Conquistador and the Inquisitor Nun, and you got into a combat with some redcoats that own this territory and own the island. You were in the midst of beating the crap out of them when all of a sudden, shambling out of the jungle were some zombies. The Walking Dead proved to be a plague greater than you could overcome on land. So you beat feet back out to the water and you shot at them until they fell down. Since then, you guys climbed a hill. Using the high point of the hill and your spyglasses, you located a ship that is in the jungle, in the middle of the jungle, like ass pointed straight up at the sky, and you can't see the front of the ship.
It's called the stern, Mike.
Yeah, I know what it's called. I didn't know if you did. The stern of the ship, Ted, is pointed at the sky, and in the jungle, you couldn't see the rest of it, right? So you went down to go explore that. You also saw that there is a small, almost looks like a settlement on a little itty bitty island to the very north of this island that you are, very close to the island, not more than a quarter mile offshore, right? And then you also saw where the redcoats came from, where they have a long ship, a long boat on the southern part of the island, which is probably where their patrols are originating from. You guys went down into the jungle. You discovered a trap that had caught 3 zombies in it and a little bell that was alerting somebody to their presence. And then all banana level chaos went off when David tried to push the NPCs into the pit. Cat combat ensued, and Mother Iris proved to be a more doty foe than you could handle on your own. And you fled into the jungle with her vowing vengeance upon you. Now, after that combat, I went back and I dove into the book a little bit more to see what exactly I messed up. So here's a couple adaptations to last week's rules. Number 1, Matt had an auto-seeking dart that immediately hit everybody, no matter where they were, and poisoned them. We discovered that was probably not right. That was probably some pirate lying to the harbor master about what the abilities are of his dart.
What? It's pirate. It's right there in the name. It was just a little cheating. That's good for
little cheating. But there will be no payback for that. I will take that one on the chin because I did worse to you. So now going forward, Matt's blowpipe requires a regular roll to hit. It does a D4 points of damage, and then
which is better than it did before because it did nothing before.
Right, and then the enemy has a chance to resist the toxic effects of whatever is on the dart. Matt, I believe you have 3 different effects on that dart: a sleep, a berserk, and something else, right?
Yeah, I will tell you what the third one is when I look.
The
third one is sleep.
Okay,
yeah.
I said sleep, and berserk, and something else, wasn't there?
Sleep, berserk, and poison. I can also poison.
Very cool. All right, so that was my number 1 mess up. Number 2, the way we were rolling on the broken table when you went down, I still kind of like what I was doing there, so I'm not really going to modify it. Rules is written. You only roll on that table if you go directly to 0. If you hit 0 exactly. For me, that table just seems too fun to do that. So I'm going to kind of do what we were doing last time. And everybody in the combat, the first time you get dropped either to 0 or to a negative, you roll on that table 1 time. Any other time you go past that, whether you go to 0 or negative, you're just dead. Okay. So we're going to keep some lethality in the game, but also that table is just too fun to ignore. Nice job, Luke. It's really good. And then last was the way I was running Mother Iris. I didn't really grok that her curse ability was actually an ability for I think the Zealot class. And so what it is actually she can do that curse if the person's not in sight, right? So she can literally like be sitting at her campfire at the middle of the night and be like, I curse Scabs McMurphy because he keeps going from Scottish to Irish to Irish to Scottish. And then you'll take a D8 hit points, which is sick. And then I think she can also do it to somebody if they're in sight, if they've already taken damage. That part I'm going to read again real quick. But that was kind of a big change from how I was doing it to you guys last time, where it was just kind of like a spell-like ability that she was doing to you in combat. It shouldn't have been quite as powerful.
But she can do it from anywhere now.
She can do it from anywhere, but I also don't know. Like, I got to kind of check on how many times she can do it per day.
Sounds like we're going back to take another go and shoving her in the pit.
So the way I think now, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe you remember offhand. Sure. Otherwise, I'll look it up. But I think you get a number of times to do it, which is like a D4 plus spirit per day, or something like that.
I'm a zealot, so and I actually got cursed, so. It's a spirit plus D2 per day.
Okay. So there's a limit to how many times you can do it. And John, I'm right on that too. If you're looking at it, right, you can do it to someone you can't see or someone that's already been damaged, right?
Yeah. And the DR is lower if they've already been hurt. So it's DR 10 normally, but DR 8 if they've already been hurt.
Which is pretty sick. I also wasn't even having her roll for those attacks. She was just doing it, or you guys weren't getting a defense. The defense against that, should it happen to you, and I'm not saying it's going to, will be based off of spirit, not agility or toughness. Okay.
So we're not retconning my withered hand from last time.
Nah, dude, you got that hand curse clean off. There's all.
Man.
I thought it withered. It didn't go. It didn't
It's
pop
still
off.
stuck to him. It's worse.
That was because you got
dropped.
dropped, Ted. That's because you got dropped. But I mean, you probably should have just been dead, not like at the broken table, right? So
all they got dropped. We were doing our dumb curse drawing.
The harbor master.
I didn't. Stupid curse.
No. All right. So we're going to pick up right where we left off. You guys know where the wreck of the Silent Angel is. Before you tried backstabbing them, they had confirmed that that's the ship. So you know it's somewhere in front of you. And you don't know what they're doing. So go.
Gentlemen, we're running, but also there's a limited amount of time before potentially the nun frees her conquistador from this pit, but it will take her a moment.
So run faster.
We if we want to take an aggressive stance, we might just race them to the thing and be gone by the time they get there.
I'm going to tell you just a quick reminder that I just remembered too. You guys had actually run already, and you had time to take a short rest, which is when you guys did your leveling up thing, right?
Oh, okay.
So you guys are out of combat. You're not going to be jumped immediately. You might have lost them in the jungle,
right?
Although they probably know where they're going, and you know where they're going, and vice versa. Right. So just assume that you're somewhere in the jungle, but you're at least nominally safe right now.
Well, to that point, Mike, if Mother Evil Nun has a limited number of curses per day, she's already used them.
Yeah, that's fair, Ted. She's used them.
Okay.
Because she had switched from the curse to the melee combat for that last round anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, she whacked David on the forehead with that cross, I think.
We've all wanted to do that. That's
sizzled a little bit.
She hit me so well, I learned a spell. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's just the brain damage talking. We don't know if you actually know a spell.
I'll start trying it on my compatriots soon enough.
No. I believe you.
Gentlemen, do we want to try to beat them to the cache or set an ambush? What is your preference?
I'd say we are run for the ship. We got to go more fast now. We got to go all the way.
Got hit on the head kind of hard. I like your initiative, but I will tell you, I've been thinking, what if we make it there first, and then we make it look like we've gone inside, right? There's probably something in there dangerous. Let them go in there, fight that, and then we attack them after they're softened up a bit.
What if we light the whole thing on fire while they're
I
inside?
was going to say, we burned the ship. The ship had a flammable.
I like it. I like it.
Very
so
well.
let's- yeah.
That's a
Okay.
let's play it by ear when we get there, but I think that's not a terrible plan. I
Okay.
can work with that. We can work with that. Let's see what we see when we get there. So yeah,
I want to move
I
fast for
load
the
my
jungle,
bayonet.
but
Sorry.
I want to move fast for the jungle, but not fast enough that I am not aware of any possible zombies coming out from the trees.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys are in the jungle. You are in the heart of darkness, man. This is
Yeah.
a thick jungle right here. The boughs of the trees, and you guys don't know the names of them all, and I don't know the Caribbean trees that much either, but I would assume that most of them are like palms and deciduous
Susan.
trees of some sorts,
George.
but it's thick with ferns and the ground is uneven and rocky and the soil is sandy, and every once in a while you guys catch a whiff of decay, which seems like it could be plant or animal matter, or it could be the Walking Dead. You're not entirely sure.
I
Or
got
Ted's
time
hand.
to bleed.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Point
so yeah,
one point before we go. You said we have a short rest, so do we heal any HP?
Did we roll on that last time? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm okay with everyone rolling for a short rest.
I did receive HP healing from John's.
You did.
administration
He
of
charged you quite a bit.
and I gave him all my gold for it. But I did not roll for HP otherwise. So if I can do both during this, I will.
Yeah, everyone can recover for the short rest. I believe it is
D4.
D4.
Cool.
Now, I don't think we can go into our new hit point, right?
You can.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
It says
Okay.
you don't get the new hit points until you rest. It doesn't specify whether.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think it might say long rest, but I don't give a shit. Just it's a one shot. Let's go.
Well, good. I'm going to cheat anyway. Now, I got, I'll be at 2 hit points now then.
No.
Picture of
Invincible.
health. Your picture of health.
I'm reloading my musket.
Okay. Everyone good? Did everyone roll their hit points?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What are you guys doing?
Running.
Yeah, I like John's plan. We need to hurry, but we do need to be aware of what's surrounding us because we've already triggered one sort of pit trap. So there's a real possibility of others. Scabs can go first with the point of his musket and the bayonet out and swishing aside vines and creepers and slicing pythons in half and so on and looking for pit traps.
Now
Also,
remember this. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Matt.
I will remind you, we know what at least one kind of trap looks like, so we should be better at seeing it if there's anything like that moving
would hope.
forward.
Yes.
And the knowledge of the existence of traps in general, I think will, that's why we're looking for tripwire, spells, strings, and zombies.
I do need you guys to clarify though, because you can't really have your cake and eat it too.
We would
Are
like
you
that, please.
moving fast enough to outrun the nun and the conquistador, or are you planning on moving carefully and slowly enough to watch out for traps? It's kind of got to be one or the other.
Are we following a path? Is there a marked path?
No marked path. Mm-mm. However, that's a good question. I'll give you this. Buccaneer Scabs can definitely notice that there are a large number of tracks for such an abandoned desert isle, right? You're seeing a lot of boot prints on rocks, and you're seeing obvious something being dragged through the underbrush. Obviously, those trails don't last very long because the jungle being as fecund as it is, things come back, right? But you are seeing a lot of probably activity.
These boot prints, are we talking like British soldiers or the dragging heels of the shambling dead?
You know what? For that, I'm going to have you make a check. I think this is probably the first check I've had you guys roll. Why don't you go ahead and give me a presence check just to see how accurate your information can be?
DR12?
Yeah.
All right. I rolled an 11 and I add a 3 to that with my presence. So that is a 14.
Nice. So you can tell that the drag marks appear to be bodies, right? You can see the very telltale heels being dragged through the loam and the mud. you see 2 sets of footprints that are always associated with those drag marks.
Mhm.
You can't really tell anything more about them except that they're wearing boots. You can tell that one seems to be heavier than the other and has larger feet. And the other one is, just like a normal size, person, maybe like slightly larger feet than you would see on a regular
Gilligan and the skipper.
Kind of, yeah. You can make that assumption. And then you are also seeing just a lot of like tracks that just kind of meander without a purpose through the jungle, right?
That's
like they almost
Zombie
stumbling
tracks.
around as if they're drunk, kind of thing.
Yeah. Those are the zombies.
Yeah.
It's quite simple, my dear Scots-Irishman. Whoever laid that bell trap is dragging the occupants of that pit back to their camp. And I do not think they are Brits. I think they are another group altogether. So
The question
we
is,
should
are
be
they
wary of who is aware of us? Yeah.
are they dragging bodies back and making them into zombies and cutting them loose on the island, or are they capturing zombies and getting rid of them?
Or
You see what I
using
mean?
them,
Or using
As
them for their
guards.
traps.
Yeah.
right?
For guards.
It's a great
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
All
There
they,
is a
all they
possum.
need.
The
All they
question
need
stands,
is-
though: are we rushing or are we being careful?
I think we rush.
I say we rush. Yeah. Captain says rush.
It's obviously
first.
foolish. It's obviously foolish by conventional logic, but my thinking is we have a near invincible nun on our asses. So it doesn't feel like much of a choice, unless we plan to like stage an ambush in the woods. Being careful, they're going to reach us. Yeah.
Scabs, to mitigate our risk, we're going to loop this rope around your middle so that if you were to fall into a trap, we can catch you and pull you up. I'll give the other end to one of these guys who's stronger than I am.
I'm also happy, since I got us into trouble, to take point on that and be the risk absorber. Ted, just FYI.
No, it's fine. What I'm wondering, maybe what we do is we split the difference and we rush laterally and then proceed towards the ship more carefully, but out of the path of the nun. Just an option.
Rush
John,
off
what
to
are you
the
feeling?
side
You
to
haven't
throw a false path there.
sort of, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with it.
No, generally, like all the plans. What are you feeling?
It's fine. We can rush. Let's go.
Rush. All right, let's just rush.
Let's just
do it.
rush. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Mike, we're running for the boat.
I love it. That's great. All right.
That's
Let's
a
see
weird
here.
accent.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. All right. Let's do this. All of you pick up a D6.
No.
Roll the D6.
D6, huh?
And just tell me what you got.
We're rolling it just a straight up 1D6.
I got a 6, Mike.
Okay.
I got a 3.
3.
Okay.
I got a 1.
Yes. All right. So Dad Murphy is running through the jungle. And all
With
of a
his
sudden you hear him-
little rope belt.
Yep. You hear him just go, Colt, wait, I can't do it. I can't do an Irish accent. He just goes, shit. And you hear a clank. And all of a sudden, just like a wooden cage just descends on top of him. It's shaped like a dome. It's like made out of like, I don't know, like bamboo, or if there's bamboo out here. I don't know if there's bamboo in the Caribbean, but there you go. It's fucking bamboo. Just lands on top of him and you hear a little bell. Ding a ding a ding 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 a ding a ding ding.
Oh, listen, it's more cowbell.
Leave them. Let's go.
Well,
Oh
Scab,
my
it's been
God.
good knowing you. Would you like me to?
You're a perfect
Never
decoy.
did like a Scab. Yeah.
The cage is heavy and it's low enough that it's pushed you into a crouching position underneath it. So you're kind of like at a disadvantage for like physical activities.
All right.
And that's when you guys hear a rustling in an underbrush and a moaning come towards you.
Oh, great. Okay.
I'm going to go like this. And try to blend in.
We're being
All right,
forced
so
to do the
I'm going to
honorable
immediately
thing
try
here.
and push it off, Mike.
No, you can absolutely leave them. Just leave them if you want to.
Okay, fine. Cool.
Something is coming towards you after the bell rings.
I'm trying to escape.
Okay.
I will try to help him lift. What I got is no good against these things, so I will try to help him lift the lift the cage up.
That's fine. 2 people doing it together. I'm not going to even make you make a check. You can do it. What are your strength bonuses though? Just so I know.
I have a +1.
I have a 0.
While they're
okay.
doing this, I'm going to train
then
my...
you're going to need one more person with a positive bonus to get it up.
That's
Help
fine.
me, John. Help me.
Gotta
You're my
check.
only hope.
While they're doing that, I'm going to train my musket not in the direction of the moaning, but directly behind us and scan the horizon for any nun-like silhouettes.
Zombies,
Let that
swambies.
go.
I'm scared of the nun.
Is that a wimple? Is that a wimple?
All right. This is not a clearing, by the way. There is no clearing here. It fell directly out of the branches above you.
No, I understand.
So while you're kind of guarding behind you, you see 3 zombies come stumbling out of the jungle to the north of you. They're not moving fast. It's not one of the big giant ones. They just look like regular old zombies. 2 of them kind of look like, sailors. One of them almost looks like a Native American or an indigenous person. You see them wearing traditional like Caribbean clothes, which I will have to do more research to describe accurately, but it looks like a much older corpse than the 2 sailor ones.
What kind of footwear is it wearing?
They are all barefoot. And it's very common for sailors actually to be barefoot on ships.
Are they clustered together?
Yeah, they're coming together from the north. The ancient Mesoan warrior is first, and the other 2 zombies are kind of straggling around behind it. I would say that we're just going to roll initiative right now. It's no surprise.
Is there time before they close to get that dome off of me?
No, because there's like I said, there's no clearing. Like it's all happening simultaneously. There's no clearing. You couldn't see them coming. You heard them, right?
No. My point is like we're lifting the thing off of scabs, right?
Yeah.
Do we succeed before they close to melee range, or are they right on top of us as we're doing it?
That will depend on if you win initiative.
Okay.
If you win initiative, you can get it off of scabs before they close to attack.
Okay.
Cool.
Who's rolling?
Scabs, you want to roll?
Do it, Scabs.
Okay. I believe it's 1 to 3 favors the party, or is it the other way?
Other way.
Other way.
4 to 6 favors the party, and I have rolled a 6. Huzzah!
Nice. Yes. Okay. So, John, you have a +1 for your strength.
I do, yeah.
So that's if the 3 of you guys are doing it, then there's no check. You can just lift it up.
I have a question.
Okay.
The trap itself, is it something like where there was a rope and a pulley like sort of thing, right?
Yeah, there was like a vine across the path that was held with wooden like stakes.
As we raise up the dome, would it be possible to grab that thing, hoist it, put the trap between us and the zombies, and then drop the trap again on the zombies if they're clustered together?
Yes.
This fucking guy DMs, I've heard.
Hell yeah.
Good, John. I like it.
To support the success of this, I have, when I leveled up, gotten the ability to disable traps, disarm other people, and pickpocket, and all that jazz. Just thiefy skills.
Sure.
Is my ability to disarm a trap an equivalent exchange with arming a trap that I can help a Frotzer here do?
Yeah, well, you know what? If there are 3 of us trying to lift it, that leaves you. You could run over and grab the rope.
We should do whoever. Well, it depends on what ability Mike thinks that would take to nail them with it, right? Is it like an agility, Mike? Or what do you think?
So no, like I'm gonna say that like it's just gonna be a matter of like somebody trying to bait them so that they come. They're not aware. They're not like intelligent, right? So if you can figure out a way to bait them so that they walk underneath the cage, then I'm just gonna say it's a thing. And then we'll just say it's a DR8 agility check as an attack roll to drop the cage directly on them.
So high agility should be the one hoisting the rope and doing it.
It would be the highest person
agility.
participating.
Okay, that's you then.
Okay,
Rin.
that's perfect.
Just be the highest person participating.
So my question then, not to cheese. I have a high agility. I also get a -4 to DRs for disarming traps.
Yeah.
Would I get a -4 for arming traps, or is that too much of a stretch?
I think that's too much of a stretch. You're not actually arming the trap. You're basically just trying to catch them in a cage that they're walking under. You're not setting a tripwire for them to go through or anything like that.
Right. Well, if we're pushing it up, Scabs is sort of right there under the dome, right? Mm-hmm. So, he'll show a little leg and be like, delicious, fresh meat. Ooh, yes. Ooh, come and get it, zombies. Yeah. And
hey, guy.
I'll add to that by lighting up my my tobacco pipe as I recline at the rope at the ready.
I'll also help by biting Scabs to make sure they look delicious.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So you guys get initiative. So you lift the cage.
Yeah.
Rin the third is holding the rope, right? Ready to drop. Ted, you're waiting to or Scabs, you're waiting to the last minute, and then you're going to scramble backwards, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's just roll a d3 and see how many of them you manage to catch in the cage. You want me to roll or do you want to roll?
Oh, why don't you roll, Mike? You look like you could use the die roll.
David, you make the DR8 plus your agility as an attack roll.
Okay. And that's a D20 roll, right? Yeah. So I got an 8 on the dot plus 3, which is a success.
Yay.
Oh, you lucky bastards. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good job, John. Smart thinking.
They're not completely under the cage because it's really not that big, but they're not getting out anytime soon. They're basically squished flat. One has its head like outside the cage where with the bar across its neck. A couple of them have their legs like stuck out, but they're like splayed out. So unless they suddenly develop some like amazing athletic ability, they're probably not going to get out of there.
Is there anything obviously valuable on them?
No, John, literally like one is wearing like ancient indigenous clothing, which is tattered and worn and looks stained with sea salt for some reason. And the other 2 sailors are just basically wearing rags.
So correct me if I'm wrong then that whole thing, this whole encounter has only taken like a matter of seconds.
Yes.
Right. So we should just keep going. Right.
Okay.
Book it.
I do want to yoink that bell. I think we might be able to use that bell. One could always use more cowbell.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Like, I said bell, but it's like a tin cup and a spoon that are clattering together.
I want a tin cup and a spoon. I'll take it.
The last trap had like a little like silver bell, like you would find like a waiter might use, right? But this is like more like jury rigged.
I have another very important question. How flammable is zombie skin?
I don't know. How are you going to figure that out?
I'm going to light them on fire.
With what?
I mean, I have a pipe and tobacco, so I assume I have a
way. No. Would you like D6 hours of oil? I have 2 of them.
I think we should start a fire.
That will give the nun directions.
Well, I think for what it's worth, I think she's following us.
Well, that would give her confirmation. I don't think we should light them on fire. I think we should run.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Save the time. Let's run. Yeah.
Okay.
For future reference of burning things, I have oil.
Okay.
I have some too.
My thought was there was an obstacle that would propagate and block their traverse.
Okay.
What we should do is just tie. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, John.
No, I was just gonna make a joke. Go ahead.
I love jokes.
I want to hear it now. I got to hear the joke.
I was saying we should tie.
Make sure it's really funny.
We should just tie rope all the way along as we keep going, and so like whenever the nun approaches the zombies, we just pull the trap up again and have the zombies attack.
That would be good.
Okay. Scabs, I'd like you to make another presence check, DR8. Now that you kind of know what to look for even more, one more check as you approach the ship.
I did not make it, Mike.
Okay.
Okay.
It was no good. I did not make the number that you have requested.
Okay. Everyone roll is excited and tell me if you get a 1 or a 2.
Jesus.
I got a 2.
Okay.
Got a 1.
Oh,
man, I leave all these motherfuckers, man. I'm done with this shit, man. Just step
all right. You guys are running through the jungle, and Scabs jumps over like an earthen mound and lands on the other side, no problem. However, your captain, Iggy End, trips a little bit on the earthen mound. And as Rin III is bringing up the rear, the earthen mound sits up and grabs him and is going to basically, it's one of those massive like zombies who is half buried in the loam. And you guys just basically disturbed its like, turpitude.
Sure.
And it just
Wow.
and it's going to get a surprise attack on David. Okay.
Nice. That's my favorite kind. I mean,
David, you need to make a defense roll.
All right, here I go.
all right.
DR 12, agility 3, so I got a 3.
You actually only need a DR 10 to hit it, or the DR 10 to resist it.
I rolled an 8, and I have a +3 to agility. 8, 9, 10. That's 11.
Okay, it fumbles at your legs, and it does trip you up a little bit. So your motion is arrested. It lunges at you to try and bite your calf, but it does not manage to hit. It's going to take the rest of its turn to basically like stand up, and now you guys are in combat. Roll initiative.
This one's on you, David.
I will do just that. All right. Come on, baby. That's a 4. It's us first. Let's just run. Let's just run.
They're not fast.
They're not fast. Let's just keep running.
Yeah.
Right? Don't you think?
Okay.
Oh, well, Rin the Third keeps running. He's spooked. Oh!
All right, you guys are all fleeing the combat.
Yeah.
This
There's
is
no reason to
another
stick around
impediment
for
for
it.
the nun. If the nun comes through,
This is hilarious, man. This is just a bunch of like barely unwashed, barely dressed pirates just running through the jungle, hitting
Screaming.
everything in the path. Everything splits up. It's like a Disney ride.
All right. Okay, no problem. It gets an AOO on David. Just kidding. Just no AOOs.
Oh,
We don't talk about those
all right.
additions.
Yeah, and you guys keep running away. Scabs, you notice a couple more traps as you go. One
Sweet.
seems to be like a ship's saw blade. You don't trigger any of them though. Oh, okay. So one seems to be a ship's saw blade, which is meant to swing out from a tree and just cut off the head of anything like stumbling around underneath the tripwire. You pointed
So
out
that-
to everybody.
It's
And
like that
then
Like in Conan the Barbarian, man.
yeah, dude. And then you guys see a ship hanging from vines and tree branches. You see the Silent Angel. The bowsprit touches the ground and is embedded in the soil, maybe about a good 3 or 4 feet. It looks as if a giant just picked up this ship and just threw it into the jungle. The stern is pointing straight up. There is a single mast that is still like there. You see the wreckage of a mast underneath it. You see all the rigging, all the rat lines and all the sails and the spars dangling down into like almost like a pile of refuse that's still connected to the hull, dangling down into the jungle. And you also see a number of just trip lines, but they don't look like they're attached to traps. They just look like they're attached to like metal objects that will clank if they are interacted with. But you don't hit any of those. You have found the Silent Angel.
awesome.
Any
Okay.
corpses?
No, you see no corpses.
Okay.
Any sign that all those footpaths or the trails of dragging corpses lead here, for example?
No, you do see trails, but they look old and unused.
Okay.
You see some of the newer ones like circle the ship, but none actually approach it.
Yeah.
All right.
Mike,
Okay. I was just going to say, before we go in, your captain is going to send his little spiritual bird, Ibby, in to go check out the boat, find out if there's anything inside there that will be dangerous to us.
Sure, Captain. Sure.
All
Yeah.
right? And,
You should
I'm going to
definitely do
cast.
that.
I'm going to cast clairvoyance. My eyes kind of glow milky green, and my dead bird that nobody else can see, flies off into the boat to check it out.
Okay.
Sure does
Can you read that to me one more time? I just have to be real clear because anything dangerous to us is a pretty wide variety of things. Like, what can it perceive? Does it say anything in there like more specific?
It says clairvoyance. Ask the spirits a question about an adjacent room or area.
Okay.
Their answer may be a lie, and I can roll spirit to know if they're telling the truth or not. So he's asking, if there are any, harmful creatures or entities in that ship that will be dangerous to us upon entry.
The answer is yes.
All right. I'm going to roll to see if my bird is lying to me. And I killed it. The 17.
You believe that your bird is an honest bird, one who only has your best intentions.
Right. It's clear. Good job, bird. I give him a little pet. I'm out of crackers.
Is there anything that looks
I'll
like
get some more crackers in town.
Was there anything like shaken loose from the boat, like that's on the ground?
You see like wreckage, John, kind of like scattered throughout the ferns across the jungle floor. But like I said, the bowsprit, which is kind of like that mass-looking thing right off the front of the boat, right, is actually embedded into the soil.
Right.
And then also the ruined rigging that's still hanging from the foremast dangles all the way down into the jungle as well.
So it doesn't look like, what I'm saying is like if the ship was like wholly tossed and then like went point down into the forest, like the force of that toss didn't cause like a whole bunch of just stuff to just flop onto the ground.
It's entirely possible. Do you guys just want to take some time to search around?
Well, I do. Before we do another question, which is that like bowsprit into the ground, rat lines and rigging hanging down, does it look like it would be relatively easy to climb aboard? Is there enough stuff coming down that you could like climb the lines or climb the bowsprit, or is it
there is enough stuff coming down that would make it look like it could be climbed up into? You do notice that the ship is basically held in place by like vines.
So my next question is: we hear like creaking and the wind moving, and the whole thing seems very precarious.
It's also been up there for 4 years minimum, as far as you guys, you guys know.
Okay.
Right. So it hasn't come down in 4 years.
But it hasn't met Scobs Murphy.
That's true.
David? He was going to say something.
I was, but now I feel like my imagining of how this was positioned might have been wrong. Describe for me again, like, is this ship suspended in air by vines?
Yes. You got a boat
and just the point in the ground.
It's sort of hanging, but it's spiked into the dirt with the bowsprit. But all of this is held by vines in the tree canopy.
Gotcha. Now, destructive force like this, even if it's suspended, would have knocked some level of clearing at the top end of the trees that it intersected with. Yes, it would have.
Yes,
crashed through. Right.
But here's the thing about that, right? So that you can see that the actual, like the stern part of the ship is poking above the canopy of the trees. That's why you could see it here in the first place. But you will know that just having been a pirate in the Caribbean for a while, 4 years is a long time for the jungle to come back. So there's not like a clearing around here, right? Are you spending time looking for stuff at the bottom of on the ground under the ship?
I don't think we have time.
I don't think we should.
I think it would be better for us to.
Sure.
I think we should climb up into the ship or whatever. But maybe if we can observe like the weight, the load bearing vines, maybe, and just kind of get an idea of it, and maybe position ourselves near them so we could maybe cut a boat and drop it on top of a nun.
This is my suggestion. This is what I was thinking, John. I don't think we should enter into the boat. I think we should go to what appears to be load-bearing vines, like you said, and prepare an ambush, either to drop it on the nun or to drop it once the nun is inside, right? Contingent on what happens.
I think we'd have to go up into the boat to be able to cut those vines, though. Like the vines aren't going to be down on the ground where we can get them.
We can climb a tree.
A tree.
We can climb trees.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So we just climb adjacent trees, and if we need to move laterally from tree to tree, we have rope, right? And we can approach towards the load-bearing vines that the ship is actually attached to.
One more question. What looks like? What's the easiest way to get up here? Would it be climbing up the spike that's down in the ground, or would it be climbing up some of this rigging and ropes?
Either of those would probably work.
Okay.
Matt. The bowsprit is basically, think of it as like a giant pole that's stuck into the ground, right? That leads right to the bow of the ship. The rigging is actually full of like ropes and sails and things that you could scramble up.
I don't think we should touch the boat, though. I think we should climb a tree. Yeah. Here's
what I want to do. I'm going to rip a little piece. I hate to sacrifice my fancy clothes, but they would be very distinct as they are fancy. So a little bit of my like velvet coat, and I'm going to stick it onto the that bowsprit, right? So that it looks like I climbed up and am in there. With a piece of my coat got torn off, so it looks. I'm trying to mislead them that I climbed up inside.
I love that. I love it. Do we want to use some of my tobacco and light it and toss it over there too, just so there's like a faint disseminating scent?
Yeah,
in that direction too. I don't know. Yes, Andy, your idea. I really like that. Too. Yeah,
the invisible
Matt,
bird would be a giveaway.
Can you make a presence check for me?
I can. That is a total of 6.
Okay, never mind.
It's a good gentleman's 6.
All right, if you're doing that, then Scabs is going to go find a good vantage point for sniper activity.
Okay,
like a good V-shaped tree. You can prop up the musket. He's hiding in the shrubs. And
are you trying to be off the ground, or are you trying to not be off the ground?
No, I think I'll slightly elevated, but not off the ground, because then I can't run away. Anywhere around the boat is fine, just so I can see the approach to the boat. And if the nun and the what's his bucket conquistador guy show up, I can take shots.
Okay. I'm going to ascend a tree with the intent of being near what appears to be load-bearing vine. I'm also going to petition that if the jungle logic that you just described is true, a.k.a. there's not a clearing and it's incredibly dense, that just by virtue of being up in the canopy 30 feet, the visibility to even spot me would be almost not, like zero, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
I do the same thing with a different tree.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of let you guys know, though, like climbing palm trees and, shit like that, it's pretty tricky. So I am going to require some checks just to be able to climb these trees, unless you guys have any kind of tools that will help you.
Well, I have rope and I have a brain, the brain of a harlot who scaled many poles in his life.
It's second story whores.
What I'm going to do is create like a tension piece. You will have seen videos of people doing this. I'm going to snip a piece of our rope, let's say 6 feet wide, wrap it around the other side of the tree, right? Yep. And use it as a friction piece so I can hoist up.
You have to have something on your feet, or maybe not. You've seen enough children in the Caribbean climbing up to get coconuts doing this. Yeah. So no problem. You just say that's good. All right, let's put this plan in place, guys, right after we come back from break.
Cool. Okay, cool. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full.
Okay.
Up in the trees.
All right. So let me make sure I have the plan Ted, you're going to find an ambush spot, right? So you're not actually going to try and gain access to the ship. So for any exploration that's happening in the ship, you're basically going to be sidelined. Is that cool?
I think none of us are going in the ship.
I understand that. But I imagine at some point you will, right? But you're going to stay on the ground, maybe like elevated in a tree crook somewhere and just be waiting to ambush them, right?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. David, you're going to be trying to climb one of the trees parallel to the wreck that has vines connecting your tree to the wreck, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Deacon and Captain Iggy, what are you guys doing again?
Same thing that Rin's doing. At least I am.
Yeah, I want to climb up. I don't have, as a captain, I don't have a bladed instrument, but I do have my lantern in oil, so I'm gonna set my vines on fire.
You're lighting
It's
them
like,
like
it's like
You are, or you're preparing to do so?
I'm preparing to do so. So that's
I-
how I will.
would-
That's how
would
I will
you-
damage my vines.
Would you like to borrow a sharp implement?
Oh, if you have one, sure.
Instrument.
Sure.
I'm
I
gonna tell
will-
you guys, these vines are not like I have a penknife. Like you're gonna need a hatchet or something like significant, like a
Would
machete.
a cutlass do the job, Mike?
Cutlass would do the job. A machete would do the job. An axe would do his job. A rapier will not do the job.
I kind of want to also like prime wherever vines set I'm like near, like kind of prime that vine set. So like I'm cutting off.
Like cut into them a little.
Yeah, like cut away like the smaller ones and stuff like that, and kind of, just so like we can attempt to release it with some relative speed should the perfect moment happen,
Okay. Well, I'll hand the captain my cutlass that I took from the British officer, which is
An
does
officer's
D8
cutlass.
damage.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
All righty then. So everyone who is making David, you don't need to make the check because you've got climbing skills as your rapscallion thing, right?
I don't think I explicitly have. Well, I should have said yes.
Well, anyway, I'm not really worried about it. Bowsprit is maybe about. I'm just going to guess that it's about 20 feet long. So we're going to say that the front of the ship is about 15 feet up from the ground. Okay. It's a pretty good distance, but it's not something that you guys couldn't do. The thicker vines are going to be towards the back of the ship. So you're going to probably end up being a good 50, 60 feet up off the ground. Are you guys comfortable with that? That's a lot of falling damage.
It's a pirate. I don't know why I have this accent now. Yes.
Okay.
Right. For me, it's all the same.
Okay.
You're used to,
I stub my toe.
I mean,
It's the
to
same.
be honest, an average mast is as tall, if not taller, and we're used to being atop a mast.
dropping an entire galleon on top of a holy, of a nun.
Of a nun?
It's
Yeah,
it's too good of an opportunity to pass up. So.
All right.
It might be a first.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do this then. Scabs is in his position. Scabs, you do a really good job of hiding yourself. It seems almost like ridiculous because the DC is so low, or the DR is so low. But with your climbing gear, everyone that is climbing up that 50, 60 foot thing, go ahead and make a DR6 climb check. And this is lower because it's lower from DR12 because of the rope use that you guys are using.
Is
Can I
it
use
strength or
agility?
or what?
You could actually, you know what? Use whichever one is better.
That's great because I rolled a 3 and I have 3 agility, so I hit 6. Just barely.
Nice.
Would have been.
I got an 8 total.
And I got an 8 total as well.
Okay, so you guys all managed to climb up. You're going to be about 50 feet up. You are near thick vines that you could use to traverse to the ship if you wanted to. You would be approaching it from the bottom of the ship, right where the keel is. And you guys are basically just going to start sawing and cutting, right?
Yeah,
but
to
judging,
make it so
judging
that
carefully so that like the weight of the ship isn't going to cause them to snap automatically. We just want to prime it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
If
so
we
that there's
can.
one good whack. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's say it's going to take 3 turns to basically get those vines primed where you can release them in a given, like in a moment kind of thing. Okay.
Sure.
But in order to do that, you're going to have to see if you accidentally knock the ship out of the tree in the first place. Because it is pretty precarious.
Yeah.
So here's how that's going to work. You guys, one of you is going to roll a D6.
Not it.
If you roll a 1, we're going to reduce the size of the die to a D4. And then if you roll a 1 again, we're going to reduce it to a D2. If you roll a 1 on the D2, the ship is just going to fall.
Okay.
That's fun. I like that.
It gives us a few chances. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
You want to do it, John?
Not it.
We roll the D6.
Matt, it's all
I'll
you.
do it. I'll do it. I've got
So-
this. Your captain.
You're the
your
captain.
has this. That's a 4.
Okay,
Yay.
no problem. Do it again. You're going to do this 3 times and see if you reduce the dice at all on this thing.
That's a 6.
Okay.
See, you know, captain for a reason.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that was a 1.
Okay, so now it's at a D4. But you don't have to roll again because I said 3 turns to get the ship primed.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Because you guys can absolutely do it on purpose if you want to, now that you've seen the ship, like now that you've been on it, right? So we're just going to go ahead and say, like, you know, the plan is good. I'm going to roll with this. After maybe about an hour, you hear 2 people bickering as they come towards you in the jungle. And you'd be like, but of course, I think the ship is this way. Well, that's French. Never mind. I can't do a Spanish accent. So,
Just all over the map.
Beltran is a Frenchman that works for the Spanish Inquisition. He goes, but of course, the ship is this way. It's right over here. I see it. I see it through the trees. And you hear the lower voice of Mother Iris being like, I don't like this whole plan of yours. Those ruffians are still out in the jungle and we should be fighting them and bringing them to the light of God. And he's like, yes, but we must find what we have come for. Our mission comes first. And after about a round of this, you see them kind of approach like the circle of trees. There's still kind of lots of cover from the underbrush type thing. And they are approaching from...
They're coming from hell.
1, 2, 3, 4. They're approaching from the east. You guys have set the ship. You came from the south. So the ship is more or less primed to fall out of the trees to the south, right?
Mm.
So they're not in the exact perfect position for that. But they could be.
It won't drop straight down.
Yeah.
Well, it's on the bowsprit. So you guys have released, like, I'm making this up as I go along, Ted. I'm going to say that you were priming it so that it would fall in the direction that you guys were coming. Although we'll probably add some randomness to that whole thing anyway, right? So they are approaching. They are kind of like watching and looking around to see if they see anything before they approach the ship.
So
We want them to be like attracted to Matt's thing underneath, right?
Yeah.
His clothing.
With my do they see my torn coat on the mast or on the
smell
bow?
of burning tobacco as well. Yeah. So scent and sight. Yeah.
Gotcha. Beltran like whispers to her and he points to the bowsprit, and she shakes her head vigorously and she's looking around, and you see her kind of like sniffing as if she's, you know, might be smelling something. And cautiously he draws his rapier and he draws his flintlock and he begins to approach the bowsprit. He stumbles over one of the vines and you hear a bell or like, you know, a cup and like some spoons and shit hanging in one of the trees start clanging. And he freezes really quick. But nothing happens. There's no reaction from anything inside the ship or anything like that. And when he approaches the bowsprit, he retrieves the piece of cloth, kind of sees him go like this, and he sniffs it, and then he casts it aside, and he sheaths his rapier, and he makes a grab onto the bowsprit as if he's going to try and climb it, which is almost ludicrous in his armor. But when he does, you see him go, ah, Dios mío, and he looks at his hands, and you can see that his hand is bloodied from where he touched the bowsprit.
Oh, we dodged a bullet there, guys.
Yeah.
What is the nun doing?
We didn't set that
She
trap.
is frozen in the underbrush. She's not looking. You see her fingering her rosary and looking around and muttering to herself.
I think we wait.
I was hoping they would actually get in the ship, but then it didn't matter which direction the boat fell because they would be certainly crushed. I don't think I should shoot yet, or we should do anything. I think
Yeah.
Our patience can far exceed their greed. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys are very patient, after a while he retreats from that, and you hear him whispering, he goes, we cannot go that way. It has been trapped. And he holds up his hand like this, and she puts her hand on his head, and he touches her cloak, and she whispers a prayer, and you see the blood from his hand disappear.
All right, I'm definitely shooting her first.
After a bit, he begins testing the rat lines that are dangling down into the underbrush, and he begins to climb it. He's got his flintlock sheathed or tucked into his sash, and his rapier is sheathed, and he's going hand over hand quite competently up to the mast. And he reaches the mast, and she's kind of standing there underneath it, looking up at him and worried, and looking around the jungle. What's up?
Is she in the fall zone now?
She is in the fall zone now.
Okay.
Cut it.
All right, I'll take my shot at her. Right as I hear the vines start to creak, I'll fire.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You are Ted. You are, because of your crack shot, you're down to a DR 10, correct?
Yep.
And I'm going to give you a bonus of +2 because you're also attacking from ambush.
Can I also distract her to give him an even better bonus as these things crack down?
You're up there trying to cut down.
No. I just want to yell something. Is that?
Yeah, you can yell something. I'm not going to. It's good flavor, but I'm not going to give it. Yeah.
All
right. Well, it's fine. I rolled a 14, and that's for 2d6 damage, which is 9 points.
Oof. Okay. I'm going to say you had done damage to her before, but it seems to have disappeared. So she takes that damage. 9 points.
After which we start we've cut the vines, or it's about to break, I presume.
Yeah, you guys have this as a surprise round, so you just get to do it.
It's the sound of the vines being cut that causes him to shoot. So
yeah, I hear the chop, and I'm like bang, and then boat crashes down.
And I will say, "Oh, mother, I have a confession to make."
Been sitting on that for a while, haven't you, David?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
All week.
Let's see here.
You have a D damage for entire boat?
There actually is in here. I'm just going to say,
dropping a boat on somebody, there's okay.
Well, what they basically said was, if you're in the ship and it collapses, you take a D20 points of damage, but you get to do a toughness resistance. If the boat is being dropped on you, I'm going to give them a DR 12 agility. And actually, Beltran can't.
There's no way, man.
You can't outrun the girth of a ship dropping on you as a surprise, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
On agility, I'm in a 5-foot step outside of a galleon. Come on, brother.
God is on his side. There's always a miracle possible.
All right, shut up. I'm not going to be
trying to bust her teeth into
I'm not going to be
browbeat
by this lot, by you.
David just wanted to say girth.
I know. He just loves that word.
I am a harlot.
That's right.
All right. So, but no, I mean, I'm going to say that she has an opportunity to scramble out of the way. The thing's not going to fall straight down. We're going to give him a little bit of a chance here. But we're going to go ahead and just say that he's going to be pretty much straight fucked no matter what, because he's either going to be falling 30 feet and then have a boat drop on him, or he's going to fall 30 feet and just take the fall damage. Either way, he's going to take the fall damage.
Right.
She did take a bullet through the heart.
She did.
I'm just saying.
She's a nun, so the heart maybe not.
Yeah.
This is like that scene in Prometheus where what's her name, Charlize Theron, is running away from the huge thing, and everyone's like, "Why didn't she just go left or right?"
You're left, lady.
Yeah.
What do we got, Mike? You're muted or something, man. What happened?
Can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I must have hit my mute button on my mic. Beltran shrieks as he falls off the mast. And then, he just makes a big clatter and a clang as he just face plants into the soil. He is not getting up again to dodge the ship. So first he is going to be taking 9 points of damage from the fall.
Good.
Which puts him down to 11. And then I'm just going to go ahead and roll. I never get to use my 12-sided, so I'm going to roll 2d12 for the ship hitting him.
Nice. If it does less damage than my bullet, I'm going to be mad.
I'm going to be pissed.
He takes 17 points from the ship landing on top of him.
Nice.
And you just hear a and you just see blood just fly out. Just just flies out on either side of the ship.
The armor's probably still good though.
Okay. Mother Iris is going to try and scramble out of the way. She is not going to quite do it. She's also going to take 2d12 points of damage.
Nice.
This is why you need to watch the show, everyone.
Oh,
Double 12?
yeah. Double 10s.
2 10s.
Double 10s.
Yeah.
But here's the
Spurt out
beast.
Hail Satan right as it
Here's-
hits her.
Here's the beast that is Mother Iris. You do between Ted shooting her and the 20 points she takes from getting hit by the ship. She has 1 hit point left.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, she's gonna wreck us still.
No, but she's pinned by 200 tons of ship. She can't move
She's like
at that point.
impaled. She's impaled by like a spar, and she's like her legs are trapped underneath the gunnels of the ship. And she's not down. She's not dead, so she's still there. So yeah.
So Scabs will immediately break cover and run forward, charging bayonet, full military bayonet charge.
Okay. Well, now we're just gonna roll for initiative. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Who's rolling?
You succeeded before, right?
Sure.
So
Matt did last time. Matt rolled it last, I think.
Did I?
Initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I can do it. Here we go. Oh, that's a 1. Give her a chance.
Okay.
Man.
Kill Scabs.
If she smites me while I'm running at her, I'm gonna be mad.
No, she's not gonna do that. She's gonna hold up her hands and she's gonna be like, "There's no reason for all this aggression. We can absolutely. You need what I know about the treasure."
I pulled the trigger of my musket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We can figure it out.
She's the great deceiver. I don't believe a word she's saying.
Scabs, you're actually in motion going towards her. So do you want to do the coup de grace?
True.
Yeah. So as I run up, I'll crazed look on his face. You do recall he's Irish, and he certainly went to school in Ireland and got whacked on the hands by many a nun and caned probably as well. And so this is for grades K through 12. And
Nice.
so melee attack.
Pirates.
So would I add my strength?
No, you don't. You add your strength to the attack roll, not the damage.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm making an attack roll. Is there any modifier for her being pinned under a boat?
We're just gonna say that the DR is like 8.
Then I hit. And
Great.
I think a bayonet does.
She's like, "Wait,
What?
you need what I?" And just vomit blood onto the end of your musket, and you pull it out, and you're like, "That's for the ruler, you bitch."
Luke, we're
All
making
right,
mincemeat out of your
congratulations, guys.
adventure.
You have- the ship is just like splintered. The back is broken. The spars and everything are everywhere. I think I need all of you guys that were up in the trees really far to.
Get launched like slingshots, like thorn.
Yeah, I'm kind of like wondering if that's like a thing. Like, let's have everyone make a DR10 agility check to see if you can stay up in your little positions.
Oh,
Nope.
Okay.
I
failed
nailed
as
it.
well.
14. Captain hangs on.
I fall.
I fall too.
Okay. I'm only going to say that it does 2d8 points of damage, but ignores armor.
Only
John, Father Ramsey, you're going to take 5 points.
Okay.
David, you're going to take 5 points.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm still up, baby.
All right.
Are you okay too, Deacon?
Yeah, I'm at 3.
Okay. All right. The ruins of the ship lie there ahead of you. The nuns slaughtered on your heathen blades. The Inquisitor, the warrior of the Holy Inquisition, is smushed.
So how is the boat oriented now? Like how are what kind of approach?
It's lying on its port side in the jungle.
Aside. Okay.
with like a giant, massive hole in the side that is upright, facing the sky. That some of the vines had like just torn out, like some of the planks on the side of the ship.
So on the starboard side.
What's that?
On the starboard side, there is a large hole.
Okay. Yeah, the starboard side facing up towards the sky.
Yeah.
Right. And it's lying on its port side. All the glass in the windows of the captain's cabin in the back is shattered. You hear a massive, massive sound. I mean, obviously, as it comes down, but like the sound of like cannons falling and, like just as if you took like a whole like basket of pots and pans and threw them down the stairs of the Empire State Building.
Now, when the I'm sorry, just real quick. When the silence settles after the boat is done crashing, I just kind of hold up like a a finger to my lips and just like listen around to see if we hear any sort of motion coming from the forest.
Yeah, to build on that, we're thinking the same way. I'm still up in the tree. I'm going to take out my spyglass and I'm scanning to see if there's movement in any of the underbrush leading towards where we are.
And I will add a third point to that, which is we know that if you are within the ship when it falls, you take a d20 damage. We also know that there are hostiles within the ship of a kind we don't know. So I want to punctuate that point because, boys, if there was anything in there, it's hurting now.
Well, we know that there's danger in there.
Bird.
Danger. We don't know if like a
no. My bird said there was not danger in there, so we should be good.
Your bird said it was dangerous.
Oh, it said it was dangerous. Oh, okay.
Dangerous. Yeah.
Everyone else heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Why did I hear backwards?
I'm going to loot the nun.
Yes.
You find a golden crucifix and a pouch with 8 silver.
What's the state of her wimple?
State of her wimple?
I put a hole in it.
Also, you find a small leather-bound journal.
Ooh.
I can read. I will take the journal.
Okay. Just flipping through it, you know that it's not her journal.
Yeah.
Okay. It is the journal of, let me get the name real quick.
The artifact tongue dude.
It's the journal of a sailor that was on the expedition.
Okay.
And you, let's see if they got his name here. It just says survivor, Eel Island. Okay. It is the name. It is a
John Hawkins.
Corn Chad.
like Pedro. He's a Spanish sailor, so his name would be Pedro Ramirez, who is the last surviving member of the expedition of the Silent Angel. Describes how all aboard they fled an island with a volcano on it, where they had seen an underground city filled with treasures and also fell creatures. The priest that led them there was mad, raving, and trying to enact some sort of ritual that they didn't understand. The crew murdered him and buried him in a shallow grave on this volcanic island, which is about 20 or 30 miles away from the island that you're currently on. They fled in the Silent Angel to go back to Maracaibo when the volcano erupted, creating a giant wave that picked up the Silent Angel and threw it like a toy into the middle of the jungle. All the rest of the crew were killed. He basically describes that he has been living off of the beneficence of the jungle, but he noticed that corpses risen again had started stumbling out of the surf and invading the island. And he had set like warnings around the ship to tell him when they were there. Finally, he braved his way to the shoreline where he made a raft, and he sailed back to Maracaibo, where he told the Inquisition about what he had seen. For some reason, and this is the journal of his journeys.
So
maybe he's the source of these bells and things that we've been hearing.
And the undead are not former crew members of the ship, is basically what this journal confirms, right?
Some of them might be, but he doesn't describe that. He says that he saw several, like bodies, or zombies basically stumbling up out of the surf, following the volcanic eruption.
Which corroborates the fact there was sea salt upon the indigenous zombie that we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that guy may have come from that little settlement that we saw that's across the water that's close by.
Also,
That makes sense for him.
I wonder if
That could be who the people are there in that little village.
the volcano, I feel like there's no way that's just a random eruption. Like that's caused by somebody doing a ritual or doing something in the underground city or something. It feels too connected.
should we bring the nun to toss into the volcano?
I mean, what else are you going to do with a dead nun?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I have a list.
The journal describes a journey through these what you assume to be like lava tubes. He doesn't really use that language.
Interesting. Okay.
Leading to this underground city of a creature that he only can that only by your superstitious minds can be described as a demon of some sort. A creature wreathed in fire, sitting on an island of fire, an island in a sea of fire underneath the volcano.
That explains dead and volcano eruptions.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody's like looking around and stuff, Mike. Do we see anything approaching zombies or?
Nope. It's strangely quiet.
Does it seem the way the ship has fallen that I don't know if we need a rest, but does it seem like secure in there other than like the hole that's now on the top? Or is it very permeable? Like you could get into this ship a bunch of.
It's pretty permeable at this point, Matt. It's been dropped, thrown by a tsunami, impaled by trees, and then dropped on the jungle floor. Not to mention, there's like hatches all over a ship. There's like cannon ports, gun ports. There's like holes torn in the ship from the damage. So no, like you can see it's dark in there, but there's lots of egresses.
Why don't we enter through the broken windows of the captain's quarters, which is the most probable location of valuable info in my mind. And it's crashed down to the ground level. Right. Yeah.
All the windows broke. Sure.
I may have missed it.
Well, we start going in there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm going to go tuck that kid in, but then I'll come back and die horribly.
Okay. Do we need to just take our second break now and then just push on through?
Sure. We can do that.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Second break time. We'll be right back. All right, back again. Bladders empty, beers full.
Okay. Ted was kind enough to point out that murdering the nun was just a mortal sin, not actual heresy. So congratulations, guys. You're not heretics. You're just damned.
None of us believe this nun is accepted within the church still.
There's your pedantry for the night.
All right. Okay, so now what are you guys going to do? You see the ruin that you have smote upon the jungle floor. What's the plan here?
I'm going to reload and take up a vantage point in case someone comes along, and I'll let these ding-dongs go inside the dangerous wreck.
Yeah,
do we feel like we have searched around the ship enough? Like when I stepped away, did we look around to see what may have fallen out when we hit the pinata?
Not really.
Also, Matt, there's cannons scattered around. There's like rusted carpenter's tools. I don't want to get too nitty gritty on that. It's a bunch of shit that you find on a ship, right? Like you find like belaying pins, and if there's basic equipment that you guys want that you think would survive 4 years in a jungle, you probably can find it on this wreck.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I think I'm going to take my musket, circle around to the captain's side, and train it through the windows as I slowly move forward, looking for any movement.
No problem. Inside that, you see basically like a human body that is fairly decayed. It looks like it was pinned against like the doors of the cabin, but now there's like a heavy like sea chest like smushing them up against a bunch of door. It's just everything in there just looks like you took a ship and shook it and threw it. Everything is out of its place. There is nothing like where it should be.
I'm going to. Sorry.
Oh, no, one more thing. There is basically a what looks like a shattered like belaying pin jammed through the body's eye socket, and in his hand,
good place to keep it.
Yeah, in his hand, you see a rolled up parchment.
One-eyed Willie.
That's good.
Yeah, right. Is there any movement that one-eyed Willie is he twitching? Is there any sort of sign of unlife? No other movement in the captain's quarters that I see as well.
No, I mean, every once in a while something falls off the walls, which I'm not going to worry about describing. Like, like something, the whole thing just looks like chaos in there.
I'm going to volley myself inside and start prodding around with my musket. I will go up to the captain.
Okay.
I'll say, it's all clear, boys. Sorry, it's all clear, boy. I don't know, different one every time. I'm a harlot. I'm tricky. I changed my accent for the John I'm speaking to. But
I'm gonna imagine that I've used the rope now to get back down the tree, so I'm down with everybody else.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look at this parchment piece in his hand.
Okay.
And kind of pry it out with the tip of my musket.
It is a map. It's got writing on both sides. And on one side, you see the outline of an island. You see basically a chart of an island that is labeled Pelican Island. It is vaguely bird shaped, as if like it was kind of shaped like a V, like a bird in flight. There is a volcano marked on it, and it gives kind of basically like the where you would find it. Just by looking at it, that it seems to match up to where you saw that volcanic smoke rising, far to the southeast of the mountain or the big hill that you were on. On the other side of the map, you see drawings of a cave complex, which looks like they start on the western side of the island. You're assuming it's the same island. In a confused mass. And then on the eastern side of the island, you see what looks to be like the outline of a city and a ziggurat. And it's colored with some sort of like reddish ink, but an island in the middle and with an X on it that says, "Beware, demon."
Okay. I'm going to take that map and I'm going to walk to a strong beam of light that's penetrating the side of the quarters, and I'm going to hold it and see if through the exposure to light there's any transparency to the map and any additional secret information that I might find.
Some writing shows up and it says, "We're not that cheesy, David."
Oh, come on, motherfucker!
I get some lemon juice and write "sucker."
No. Yeah. All right. I pocket the map.
Okay. It's like, it's not even parchment. It's written on leather.
Yeah.
Was it in his fist, or is that just laid out?
Yes, that was in his fist.
Okay.
You don't see any, you see a necklace on his neck, around his neck, that looks like it's made of like gold doubloons with a hole like hammered through the middle on like a chain. And other than that, and the wooden spike in through his eyeball, you don't see anything else.
I look for like a logbook. Captain's logbook.
That's what I wanted to look inside for a logbook. Specifically, I want to find out if there's any information on that little town on the island that's near us. Because we saw that there was a boat over there.
Yeah, you find a logbook. It's heavily water stained. It's not going to have a lot more information that I didn't give you guys from the journal already. Okay. Other than, how many days of sail it took them to go to Maracaibo and the number of casks of salt beef they have left.
So there's no like contrary tale going on. Like he admits to like the murder of the priest and all that sort of stuff. None
of that is in the log.
None of that's in the log. Okay.
No, the log is basically like, June 6th, 1742, 3 casks of beef eaten, open cask number 472 of like, salted peas and found that it was spoiled. It's sailed 46 miles, due east and the wet and the weather.
Is there a record of like, noticed volcano eruption on this day, and then like a couple days later, heavy wave. Shit! No, actually, like the where the journal kind of describes things, the logbook trails off.
Okay. Smelled like napalm this morning. Is there a crew manifest? And if so, I would like to go through the names of who was recorded as aboard this ship that might be interesting.
Yeah, we want to know all the names, Mike. Alphabetical, please.
Yeah, please do.
You saw how long it took me to come up with a Pedro Ramirez name. Let's
Please post that in the Discord, Mike.
Okay, you can do this. Give us 5 names, Mike. Come
No,
on.
you're
Strangely enough, they're all Pedro Ramirez.
Pedro
Just like
Ramirez
the
1,
first, the
Pedro
second,
Ramirez
the
3rd. You see Rin the 46th. No,
You're
you don't.
missing
You
a
don't
huge
find out.
opportunity here to just read the list of conquerors, Mike.
I was
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
trying to allude to it, but you know.
I'm not that smart, David. You know this.
No, it's fine. But no, joking aside, there's no like aberrant entries or things that like stand out to us, like the nun's grandfather or some, you know, like, yeah.
I think you also mentioned that the corpse was kind of crushed by a sea chest.
Yeah, the sea chest is open and empty.
Oh,
It literally looks like it just got thrown against his body.
Is there any like
Is there-
I'm excited.
is there like a
Captain's like silverware or anything like that around? Or
is there like a supply log that lists like any odd items that they may have brought aboard to accommodate the expedition? Like they had knowledge that they were going to be dealing with something arcane or some, you know what I mean? Just
No, I understand what you guys are looking for. You're just not finding any of that stuff here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay,
All right.
Mike.
Ship supply records would probably actually be kept by like a quartermaster
Quartermaster,
or
yeah.
someone like that in a different part of the ship.
Gotcha.
All right. I'm going to ask my bird again. I'm going to bribe him this time. All right. Take a look. We're looking for anything valuable inside other areas of the ship. Is there anything really valuable in here?
Before you do
give him
that, though,
a crack.
Matt, is there a limit to how many times you can use your sorcerer powers?
Yes, I've been counting down on my spells and left for day. I have 4 spells left today. So if I use this
How
one,
many is it per day? Is it D2 or D4 plus
it is
spirit?
spirit plus D2. And I have,
Okay.
if I use this one, I'll have 3 left. I rolled well.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so you do it again. Go ahead and roll to see if it tells you a lie or the truth.
Okay. That is a that's a 10. So I won't know.
Okay. It says yes.
There's definitely treasure. There's definitely treasure.
I'm gonna find the captain's booze hoard, which certainly is in a fine cabinet somewhere in his quarters. Yes, Mike.
All bottles are shattered, David. You dropped the ship from
In a
from the-
cabinet. Come on, give a pirate some grog.
you just in your real life, you just broke 2 bottles of wine, just carrying them to the curb.
I
So
literally did.
I don't think this is gonna last.
Do you actually just want some liquor? Because I do have a bottle of fine rum.
I just wanted to use a mechanic as an excuse. Yeah, give me some rum.
Sure.
Arr. I'm gonna drink some grog, and I have an attribute to the Repskillion that allows me to test my toughness as DR8 plus the number of drinks I've had in the last hour. In this case, would be 1 to heal a D4 HP. And if I fail, I vomit for D2 rounds. I think that's pretty
gonna be
fucking
fun.
cool.
Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go outside before you do this?
No, I'll vomit right on this guy.
Put sea chest right there.
There you go. So DR8, so DR9 to succeed. I have a toughness of -1. Let's see what I get. All right, I got. Oh, I can drink. Nat 20. All right, so I swig it something good, and I heal 3 HP. It brings me up to 6.
Nice.
Since you got a nat 20, you can just double that. John,
Gentlemen, the booze has made me feel
Deacon
quite
Ramsey, he takes your bottle of rum, and it looks like he's just drinking water. He's just like glug, 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 glug. You're gonna have to wrest it away from him if you want. Okay, there's other parts of the ship to explore, guys. If you have such a wish.
The captain will call Scabs and the deacon up so that we're all there together.
Okay.
And how's everybody looking health wise? Because we can I've got a med
I
kit.
just topped off, baby.
You're good. How about the other two?
I'm at about half, but more. So I take it, Mike, that nothing has approached. I mean, there's been the dinging of the bells, the crash of the ship. We've not attracted any zombies or anything else while they've been reading journals. I've been looking on them.
But literally, this has been like maybe even with the reading of the journals, probably like 10, 15 minutes. So
a good long time for zombies to show
up. It's a good long time. And, like that crash would have been heard like all over the island. So, maybe there's some farther away dudes that are wandering towards you. You don't know yet.
All right.
I do wonder whether there's a wisdom to staying versus getting out post haste now that we have this map.
I'm using a
Well, there's nobody else. I mean, there's nobody else to compete with, really.
Well, or so we're aware. There's someone who made all these traps.
Well, we think it's probably Pedro. He said that in his journal, he said that he kind of rigged up things to warn him of the undead coming.
I'll just point out to you, though, Matt, that you saw very fresh tracks dragging things through the jungle long after Pedro had sailed back to Maracaibo.
All right. Well, do you guys want to do it or not?
Theoretically, what if we lit this thing on fire to get a lot of attention, exited post haste, and hoped that one of the occupants of the village with a ship we might want went to investigate and is absent that town for us to take their ship and head to the volcano?
Why buy a ship if you can steal it?
Thoughts? I don't know. That may be a little too simplistic, but just workshopping a first idea.
It's not bad. There are two ships that we know about. Right. There's the one that's across the water at that little village. Right. And then there's the longboat or whatever that the British have.
Right. I think we should go to the village.
I think village.
Yeah. The villagers are.
You guys want to search any more of the boat before burning it up?
I mean, I'm down for searching it. I think there might be. I mean, my bird who never lies says there's treasure inside
and danger.
Yeah, there's also danger. We remember earlier.
Obviously, I don't want to destroy something valuable in the ship. I do think we just have time. So, if we do a search, I think it should be an expeditious one because we have a lot of.
Let's go search the ship, Mike.
Okay,
I'll climb on board. We'll all climb in. We'll search the ship.
Okay, are you just going to continue on from the captain's cabin? In which case, you have to drag the sea chest and the body away from the doorway. To go through.
Yes.
Okay. You do that.
Let me treat scabs with my medical kit first.
I treat myself.
It stops bleeding, poison, infection, and heals for 1d6 HP.
Okay, you gonna make him give you all your silver?
No, I'm a captain. I take care of my crew, and that's 6 HP.
Nice.
All right, I'm at full HP then.
There you go. That's how you do it when you're captain.
I'm ready to fight another nun.
Are you?
All right.
Moving the body out of the way in the chest.
John, did you heal as well, real quick?
Yeah, I did. I got 5 hit points back, so I'm at 8 out of 10.
So you drag the empty sea chest out of the way. You kick the body of the sea captain and his rotted finery out of the way. Are you taking the necklace off of his neck?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, but also fools that we are, I'm going to pry that mouth right open and see what's sitting in them pretty little teeth.
Nothing.
Nothing? Is there any tongue in there that might be important?
There is. It's a rotted tongue. It's a rotted piece of flesh. You are going to notice, though, that the teeth themselves are awfully white and sharp. Would you like to take the sliver out of his eyeball?
Oh,
the sliver?
No.
The steak.
The
steak. You mean
the steak? The wooden steak? No, I think we leave that in there.
I think. Ooh, I want to.
David can't resist it. All I got to do is say it's a monster, David, and he'd be like,
Why don't we fold him up and put him in the sea chest and lock it?
So Ted, this is precisely the thought that I had. Let's put him in the sea chest. Let's pull the stake and close the chest locked.
He cannot resist. No,
and just ask a few questions. Just ask a few questions of him.
I do want to take the necklace first.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
we don't have to wake him up with the relic or with the pulling the pin out for me to ask him a question with my conch. I can just ask him a question.
Let's just do it.
Do it.
We'll just do it.
But
Okay.
what do we want to ask?
Captain, you take the necklace. The necklace is worth 50 silver.
Nice.
Nice. I don't actually have a question to ask him. So if you've got something you want to ask him, you should tell me. I
Where's
don't
the tongue?
care what he has to say.
Unless I missed that detail. Where's the tongue? Right?
Where's his tongue?
The tongue
The
of thought.
Are you
relic.
talking about
The
the
tongue.
relic, David? Are you
The
still
relic.
committing-
The relic. Sorry, I
The
think it's his
journal
tongue.
journal very clearly says the priest was raving and had replaced his own tongue with the relic, and they murdered him and buried him in a shallow grave in the volcanic island.
Okay, sorry, I missed that part. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no worries.
Cool. Yeah.
Bro, are you still going to go through all that then?
Let's just lock him up.
Let's just throw it in the thing.
What if we have an undead pal that can go on an adventure with us here, guys?
It's not going to happen, man.
It's gonna try to eat us.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, we stuff him in the sea chest and lock it shut.
All right. You kick open the door. It's lying on its side, so you're basically walking on the wall, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You have to stoop to go through the door because it's very narrow. You find yourselves basically on the gun deck, open to the sky, or open to the jungle, I should say, at this point. There is a hatchway that goes down into the basically like what would be the steerage, right next to you. And then as you like look down the gun deck, you see other hatches that enter the ship.
So they don't go down, though. They go right.
Correct.
Yeah, let's go look
We're
at
on
in the.
gun deck, which is probably cleared for action, and there's no hammocks or sea chests or anything. It's like
And
just
everything is a who, as they would say. Like everything is completely, like nothing is cleared. There's cannons and garbage everywhere. You guys have basically completely destroyed this ship.
Right.
There is no semblance of order left.
wouldn't it all be
Yeah,
at the bow end of the ship?
A lot of it would, unless it had been tied down pretty heavily beforehand.
And we also know ships like this. We would know where the holds would be.
The
where
wharf
we would
rat
store
is very
valuable things.
similar. Is very similar to the out. Yeah, you guys are all sailors. You know your way around a ship.
Yeah, we want to go to where the hold is, where they'd be storing stuff.
So those stairs that I explained that now go to kind of to the right instead of going down, those are the aft stairs, and they lead down to the cargo hold. You just see wrecked crates. You see bones. You see like severed body parts, and you see a hatch that goes down into another cabin. And inside of there, you see 4 sea chests that are all tumbled into a whatchamacallit, a pile.
Okay.
Those are what we want. Those are what we want.
Okay.
I feel like they're gonna kill us. I feel,
that's just chests. Come on.
What
So
was
the guy
what was
who
in
wanted
the,
to wake up the zombie?
well, what was in the captain's chest if it was empty prior?
It was
to the
empty.
captain?
Like shit was just scattered everywhere. It probably had been looted already.
What's the deal with the body parts is what I want to know. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye.
I got it. I want to get out of here, guys. But yeah, let's y'all go ahead and loot. I'll just be at the door.
Mike, how's the visibility?
Visibility is actually not bad. I mean, it's not bright light in here, but through the holes that you guys have created in the ship, there's enough streaming daylight, if heavily obscured, that you can see. You wouldn't be able to read, you know?
Right. But like, could there be shadowy corners full of zombies that we're not seeing?
Definitely shadowy corners.
All
Definitely.
right, I'm going to light my lantern
Okay.
and try and illuminate this space a little better so we don't get surprised.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. So you recognize this as basically a cargo hold. It is a very standard issue cargo hold. There is a lot of what would have been empty barrels. Probably somebody had been eating ship stores or looted whatever was left long ago. The sea chests are, like I said, piled into a big, like dumped onto the side, onto the floor. And they all appear to be closed. No real locks on them that you can see, but you can see like they take a leather thong and they wrap it around a couple wooden things, you know, to keep the chest.
Oh my, a leather thong! What quality is it?
And then you see disappearing into back towards the stern. You can see like there's basically another compartment, which you guys know would be the steerage compartment.
I want to take the cutlass that I borrowed from Scabs, and I want to slice the leather thongs on one of those chests to see what's inside.
Okay, you open it up. You see like rotting clothes, and you find like a small leather pouch in it. And inside that pouch, I'm not going to ask you if you look. I'm just going to tell you. You find 16 silver pieces.
Okay. Nice. All right, I'll do the same thing to the other two chests.
There's four. You can do all four?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. So in chest 2, you find 14 silver pieces.
30. Okay.
In chest 3, you find 23 silver pieces.
53.
In chest 4, the lid slams open, out rolls a body and gnashing teeth, and he grabs your ankles and he's like, ah!
I don't want that to happen.
I told you the teeth, the
What
chest,
is it
they're in the.
Captain?
I'm
What was
gonna
that?
look at. Sorry, go ahead.
Roll
Wait,
initiative.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a 5. We get to go first. We're gonna kill the thing.
Go ahead. You're not surprised. You're just like, oh, there's Pedro's friend, and he goes rolling onto the floor, and he's like going to try and bite your ankles.
Okay, I don't want that to happen. And I am going to hit with the cutlass. For that
damage.
was a D. That was a D8.
Yes.
Two. 2 plus my strength. Yeah, just a 2.
Okay.
2 points of damage.
Not going to do it. Who's up next?
I will lunge forward with a bayonet and give it the old Stabatha.
Christy.
But he's a squirmy little undead zombie, and I miss.
Okay.
Oh,
Is he actually going to get a chance to bite you? I hope so. Deacon,
someone-
what are you going to do?
I'm gonna
Come
look
on,
at the
Deacon.
deacon, and I'm gonna kind of wave the leather map in my hand, and I'm gonna turn the corner and walk out.
Like, I get it.
I'm gonna shoot that bastard.
I'll swing at it. I hit for 5.
All right. You crush his head, and it stops trying to bite people.
Teamwork
Right on,
makes the
well
dream
done.
work.
And
Right.
in that chest, you find another 27 silver pieces.
Okay.
Huzzah. All right.
30,
Is this a good place to
20.
stop, Mike, or should we keep going?
You guys, we got a few minutes. We can do a little bit more.
That's 80 silver pieces. That's pretty
You
good.
know what?
See?
Though? Like,
You're-
are you guys going to do a thorough search of the ship?
I think we burn it and leave.
I think we should search it.
I mean, we've gone this far. Let's just finish the search of the ship.
Okay.
Um,
If you guys are going to do a thorough search of this ship, I'm just going to tell you what you find. Okay.
Okay.
The ship is all the traps in the ship have been destroyed. There's nothing left in here that's going to be like a threat for you. So if you do conduct a thorough search of the ship, I will just tell you what you find.
Yes.
Real quick before you do that,
Sure.
do we want to be encircled by townsfolk while we're doing this thorough search?
We're going to be fine.
We're fine.
All right.
We'll shoot the townsfolk if we have to. That'd be
And
great.
I'll tell you, David, too, just to clarify, when you guys were on top of the big hill and you had your spyglasses trained on that, you saw a couple of buildings. It's not a village. It is like maybe an outpost,
I
but you never
understand.
saw any people, right?
I understand.
Oh, I thought we saw movement around. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you might see movement,
extrapolating
yeah.
from the various traps and
I
the fresh
understand.
tracks that there is a possibility that we will exit with our ill-gotten gains to a ambush, much like the one we set up on the nuns.
Sure.
And if the goal isn't to accumulate silver pieces, but to get the demonic artifact, then I was suggesting we leave. But
No, I know. I
we are-
want to kind of allay like any miscommunication I might have given you about
no,
like,
I hear you.
there's
Yeah.
not like a town up there or anything like that.
Yeah, that's my bad.
All right. I'm just going to hand wave this, guys, and I'm just going to say you searched the ship thoroughly. All the traps have been destroyed from the fall, right? As well as most of the clues. But you have a lot of the information that you actually need. So the only things that you find that are actually interesting here is a ruby amulet that's worth 500 silver pieces that you find in a pile of rubbish.
Nice.
Damn.
And you also find, packed carefully in a crate that did not get destroyed, a full set of conquistador plate.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I will not wear that as your captain, but I will give it to either the deacon or the buccaneer who followed me in, not the harlot who couldn't pull that look off anyway and who tried to leave me.
I had a near drowning experience, so just the look of metal plate is like, no thanks.
I do love that it is definitely a double-edged sword in this game because it offers fantastic protection and also a fantastic opportunity to drown. It's like really. Yeah.
I'll turn to the captain and say, I do not need plate mail to top properly, my friend. So.
Okay. Gross. So and then just kind of in the interest of like getting us to the next part, you guys make your way to the northern part of the island, and where we're going to leave off is you kind of break before you come out of the jungle. You arrive basically on a white sand beach on the northern tip of the island. I'm going to assume that you don't leave the trees. About a quarter mile off the beach, you see another small island. If you train your spy glasses on it, you can see several fires burning on the beach, and you see what looks like basically a ruined ship on the beach that's overturned and looks like it's been turned into some sort of like building of some sort. You see like a large heavyset figure in sailor's clothes with a blunderbuss over his shoulder, kind of like he's out, he's looking around, he's looking towards the jungle, probably trying to see what the sound was that accosted him about an hour ago now at this point. And you see the sloop that I described from the top of the hill, moored on a makeshift dock on a, moored like fairly close to the island, but not, those ships can't come right up on the beach unless they're being like, cleaned or something like that. So it's a little bit offshore and a couple rowboats on the shore to get to and back and forth to the ship.
The fires aren't indicative of anything wrong happening, right? It's just normal, like cook fires or something.
Fires,
like
or
yeah, you see basically kind of like an oily black smoke coming off of them. So you see also these like wooden structures that look like drying racks. Buccaneer, you probably think that they're probably drying meat of some sort, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we'll leave it.
Right,
Awesome.
Real quick, Mike, what time of day is it before we?
I'm going to say it's late afternoon at this point.
I think it might be wise, friends, to wait till evening before we make our next move. That way we will see any light far before it reaches us.
I concur with the harlot.
That sounds good.
Let's wait.
4 a.m. is when people are statistically least prepared to defend themselves.
Really interesting.
There you go.
Unless you have small children.
There you go.
Yeah, their toddlers are all awake, but
or an amphetamine addiction. Either way,
Yeah, well, it's true.
All right. Are we good, Mike?
Yeah, we're good. Thank you guys.
Yeah, that was
Sticking
awesome.
around.
Thank
Very
you,
fun.
Mike. That was awesome.
Lots of fun
Action,
stuff.
adventure.
Yes, treasure. All right, we'll leave it there. So that was part 2 of Trapped in the Tropics with Pirate Borg. Thanks, Mike, for running. Everyone out there, thank you for watching and are listening to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. You know what your job is, and that is to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications every time we publish new material. If you have a few extra bucks, hook us up with a Patreon subscription. Get a few bennies. In the near future, we'll also have access to our exclusive Dolmenwood campaign. If you're watching this in the far future, you're probably enjoying it already. So thank you, as always, to all of our patrons, our explorers, our delvers, and, of course, especially our conquerors. David has the distinct pleasure of reading those names out tonight. Go for it, David.
Oh, yes. I cannot wait. First, thank you to our 2 new conquerors, Christopher Bishop and the conqueror who loves the leather thong the most, one Banana Hammock. Welcome, Christopher and Banana Hammock. As for the rest of you, we appreciate you so much. Thank you, AJ, Joe, Michael Sauer, Adam Lovelace, Desiree Marcel, Grizz Loves Games, Dustin Reedy, Benjamin, King of Joops, Rock of Sages, Arcane Lane, MP, Todd, Barlow Jake ain't joshing around, DM Dr. Rob, brother, Robert Kenyon, Steve, Jeff Marino, Alan Barton, Eric Tsunami MD, Samuel Dillon, Gregory Distelhorst, Yesterday's Glory, Mike Small, Richard Barton, Isaac Spencer, James Boyle, my mistake, James. Doc Jones 73, Jackson Bates, John Hooker, Zachary Hall, Saps, Papa Bear DM, Mercury 605, Ruben K, Darger in space. I got me a helmet. Procyon, Dakota Nielsen, Cam, Stephen Kaisenberry, John, and I'm still laughing about that. John and Law Logan, the Kabrowskis, Magic Meat Machine, Tom Leary, Phil, Nakanu, Nick, Eric Lawson, Mando MZ, Basil, Ted Gass, James Doig, Nefarious Gamer, Grunt, Andrew Schroker, Adam, M. Mont, Michael Schilling, Stefano I'm messing up tonight.
DiMaiolo.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
It's one of the OGs.
Ash Gabrielle. I know it's a real shame. Gabrielle. I'm getting intimidated now. Chongus. Oh my God. Collapse. Okay. Brawler Josh ain't all Jake. Iona. Michael Walker. Han Dandler. Summon Toast. Turu Tuvishan. Dungeon Heart Adam. Scott Yearsley. Mech Jack. Kick Maniac. Dire Grew. Tom Eric Garrettson. And last but not least, the Davids.
Hey,
David, yes.
Dathu Datus, Dat Walsh, Dat Mason, Dat Koenig, and Dat Young. We appreciate the Davids so much.
Speaking of heresy, how dare you, sir? How dare you?
We've just lost 5 conquerors.
I know. I love you, Matt. I love you so well. Thank you again, guys. It means the world to us. Truly, it does.
Indeed. Thank you so much, everyone. We really do appreciate the continued support. And we will likely have one more episode of the Pirate Borg Amuse-bouche in the near future. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye. Thanks again, Mike.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you, Mike.